Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are in the Highlands, just northwest of the Devil's Squat, building a Highlands home. This build was suggested by Dread Doctor in my Discord, so thank you for the suggestion, Dread. Also, this build does use mods as per the request. You can see the mods I'm using on screen now. I do try to avoid mods most of the time since it makes it difficult for the folks over on console, but seeing as this build was requested with mods, I'll be using them to decorate the build. The actual basic construction of the build can be done without any mods. Before we get into the build, I do have to of course thank our sponsor, Nord Vpn. If somehow you haven't heard of them before, Nord Vpn offers one of the best rated VPN services available, featuring super fast servers in 60 countries, no data logging, 24/7 customer support, double data encryption, unblocking of content worldwide including Netflix, BBC iPlayer and such, and more, to ensure you always stay safe on the internet. With unlimited bandwidth, a lightweight Chrome browser extension, and the ability to use Nord on your mobile devices, NordVPN is the best way to protect yourself and stay anonymous on the internet. It's simple to use, one click, and you are both connected and protected. NordVPN is great and it's one of the best ways to support me. Each video I make takes between 8 and 12 hours roughly, so when you purchase NordVPN through my link, you really do help me out a ton. You can get 70% off NordVPN when you visit nordvpn.org/eradyt, or use code eradyt at checkout, which comes to $3.49 a month, or if you're in the UK like me it's £2.80, which is a great price for the service. As always, a massive thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring the video. So, without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, the base plate. This base was asked for as a 5x5 modded home with a cherry blossom tree in front, so that's exactly what this build will be, along with a fenced garden area in front of the build. Next, for the walls. I chose to use the stable and lattice wall pieces from the Riders of Hyboria DLC, as they're a bit more refined than just the regular wooden walls, yet keep a nice natural material palette. I created a small 2x2 porch area at the front right of the build, and then after building up the exterior walls, built a large dining room on the ground floor and ran stairs up the corridor to the first floor. This build has 2 habitable floors, with the walls on each floor being 2 tiles high. The first floor is a much smaller room with a partially covered roof acting as a balcony around the rest of the floor, along with an even higher viewing platform atop the first floor through stair access on the roof. Next, I continued with the fence foundations to build out the shape of the garden. I wanted this garden to be quite large, and it's going to be holding various storage options and workbenches, along with composting bins and a section for keeping a horse safe. I also experimented in the garden with awnings, clipping them to the bottom of the fence foundations I placed to create small sheds, in which I would store various different items. This worked alright, though not ideal due to the middle supporting bar on the taller side of the awning. However, it does work well enough to keep. Finally, I added some extra details around the build. Also, I've had a few questions about the pillars I sometimes put against walls. These are decorative vertical pillars, which were added to the game quite a while ago, I think. They work alright sometimes, though they are a tad glitchy. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. Approaching the build, I've placed cherry blossom trees outside the build as requested. These look quite nice with this design. Most people would of course associate cherry blossom with the Yamatai Japanese style builds, but they can also work with builds like this. Looking around the garden, I've placed various workbenches and storage items, along with a small horse section with a feed and water trough in the sheds. Entering the build, I've decorated the corridor lightly and lit the build throughout with aquilonian hanging braziers. The room on this floor is a dining room and kitchen, with a small storage compartment under the stairs. I think this area is probably my favourite of the build. It's heavily decorated yet doesn't feel overdone, and feels nicely lived in. Heading upstairs we reach the bedroom, which is a much smaller and more modest area. Heading out onto the roof, this is a large balcony that takes advantage of the nearby scenery to provide some great views across the landscape. And there we have it, a Highlands home just northwest of the Devil's Squat. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to Dread for the suggestion. I do like smaller builds like this, so I did quite enjoy building this one. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. And of course, don't forget you can get 70% off Nord Vpn when you use code IRADYT at checkout, or go to nordvpn.org/IRADYT through my affiliate link, which is in both the description and the pinned comment below. YouTube is currently my full-time source of income, so if you enjoy the content and would like to help support the channel so I can continue to put out the best content possible, do consider becoming a patron. There are multiple tiers of support from $1 to $20, offering many different benefits from a mention in every video to Discord roles, and even sneak peeks of every new video before anyone else. The link to my Patreon is always in the description, so if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to consider becoming a patron. Over this current period of lockdown that most of us are going through, the video previews that are usually restricted to the $20 tier are now available for the $10 tier and up. So if you decide to become a $10 patron today, you will get access to those video previews for as long as lockdown lasts, which who knows really how long it's going to last, but hopefully not too much longer. On that note, a thanks to our current patrons Sammy, Sir Dialot, Randar, Motals and Dorfox. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.